CDC's vaccine advisors, they are now recommending the Pfizer COVID-19 boosters for younger teenagers. That's ages 12 to 15. This as the Omicron surge continues to push Ohio to new highs of cases and patients. Meantime, 2 out of every 5 Ohioans are still not vaccinated, and COVID tests are difficult to come by. Here to talk about all of that and more, Wood County Health Commissioner Ben Robison joining us. He's also a member of the V Project. Thanks for being here once again. Let's start with what you are seeing where you are. What is the situation in Wood County right now in regards to cases, also patients, and the trends you're seeing?
Yeah, so right now, unfortunately, we're seeing the highest number of cases we've seen at any point in the pandemic. Before this last week, we had never had a single daily total that exceeded 200 cases. And over the last week, we exceeded it twice, with our highest number of daily cases being nearly 250 for Wood County alone. As we're looking at this, our hospitalizations are remaining high, and we're hearing from our hospital partners that they are struggling to keep up, largely due to staffing challenges. And so as we look at the end of this surge, we anticipate there could be more cases in the weeks ahead. And we recognize that this is a time now to really focus on those strategies that can help to keep us safe and help to reduce cases.
Ben, many of our viewers are having trouble finding those testing kits. Any helpful tips for people where they might be able to find some or when they might be available again? What are you hearing?
Yeah, and working with our state partners, the state of Ohio was able to successfully move about 1.4 million tests throughout the state in advance of the holidays. Unfortunately, this effort largely exhausted the available supply, and so we're waiting for the supply chain to catch back up. We're hearing that over the coming weeks, the supply will start to come in again, and that should help to make those tests more widely available. In the meantime, some of the locations that have been providing test kits, like libraries, may still be able to get access to them. Local health departments will as well, and we know that schools will be able to access the kits they need for their school-based testing, although those may not be available to the public. If you find yourself needing a test, the best thing you can do is to engage your physician. They're looking in your community to see where those test locations are. If you are homesick, we want you to stay homesick so you don't expose people to whatever you have, even if it's not COVID. So you likely have time to go get those lab-based PCR tests that may take a couple of days to process, but you'll have your result. And before you need to return to work or your other activities, you should know if it's COVID or not and if it's safe to go back into the community.
Ben, we're sitting at January 5th, Ohio today just surpassed 60% of the state population getting at least one dose of the vaccine. What is your message tonight to the other 40% of Ohioans that are still holding out?
Well, what I would say is, as you look at this issue, what we have seen consistently is that people who are vaccinated have 2 distinct benefits. Number one, they are less likely to contract the disease in the first place. We know that people who are vaccinated and boosted have about a 75% chance to fight off the disease if they encounter it. And if they do get sick after they encounter the disease, their experience of illness is quite a bit less severe. Being vaccinated means that if you get sick, you're likely going to be sick at home and can recover safely there and will not need hospitalization or support. So as we move into this time with increasing cases, particularly with Omicron providing more of a risk to people who are previously recovered or vaccinated, if you've not gotten your booster, this is the time to do it. And if you've not yet been vaccinated, consider talking to your medical provider about whether or not this is the right choice for you, and whether or not avoiding illness or avoiding severe illness is really something that can help you to navigate this season of surge.
All right, Ben Robison, Wood County Health Commissioner, joining us here this evening. Thank you so much, as always. Here's a look at vaccine clinics being held back here in Lucas County, Toledo Lucas County Health Department the rest of the week. Clinics tomorrow and Friday from 9 until 3:30 in downtown Toledo. And then this Saturday, there's one at the Lucas County Recreation Center. That's for adults and kids.